Here we go. Episode 4, Cherrywood County. Let's get into it. So, as you can see, I don't know if you can kind of tell, but already I have added a little bit more than what we have left off on with our last stream. So kind of over here from left to right, you can see the highway, right? And then we get into it, you kind of got the fancier neighborhoods right off the highway. You get into our quote unquote downtown, which turns into uptown, which turns into the heavy residential, which then is going to lead us up this way. And I thought that up north here, I'm going to make this our new downtown. This is going to be our new downtown. It's going to head down to a little bit of industry, as you can see I got down here. And that's going to essentially be uh, our Milwaukee inspired city. So, one thing though that I am going to do today, I got a lot of things I'm excited to get to today. So first thing we're going to do is I want to go ahead and clean up the highways. Um, we're going for a bit of realism here, and all the all of the all of the I don't even know what word to use. The elevated segments of the highway is just not always the most realistic. A lot of it is going to be elevated at the last second, right? We're going to bring the ground up. Companies don't want a long stretch of elevatedness like this, like going from halfway to the island over the river, like just over the river would be elevated, not the entire thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix a lot of that up. We're going to start here. We're going to elevate a lot of it. And then secondly, and I was thinking that if this is the MKE segment over here to our left, this bigger island could be our Chicago inspired, but this is kind of huge, right? Like for the scale of the game, I don't know if that would be a whole Chicago inspired thing. Back here isn't big enough. So I don't know, maybe I don't know. But what I do want to do is off the highway, I want to add some farmland. And I think over here is the best way to do it. Just kind of ride this highway all the way out, and it's just going to be a bunch of farms. So that way we can get some local agriculture stuff. It'll help with our businesses. It will add to stuff we got going on over here. I put down a port, like I said, and this is a convenience food factory. So that should help us, and probably get some more uh, windmills out there to help us get started. So right off the bat, let's just get into this, and I think I want to right away just take a look at this. So essentially, what I want to do here is I just want to um, like up to this point, like we would have to bring the ground up, right? Like, and this doesn't even need to be an elevated segment anymore. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on the highway and we're gonna change this to a not elevated segment. Make sure we get the right ones though. All right, not elevated. And maybe up to there can be elevated, right? We gotta make sure we get it going the right way. This does not need to be elevated. It's all in the ground. And then with that being said, we can go to smooth this out, right? I mean, and we can even add some strength to that because we want this whole thing to kind of be. I mean, I like that it's raised in the middle, right? You kind of got your own side of the highway, and you see this often. So that's not terrible. But what I do want to do right here, you can kind of see this. That's not, that is realistic, but not right here. So we're gonna bring this, and I think we're actually gonna pause the game. We're gonna bring this out. So we're gonna go back to our elevated, our highways. So we move this to a 5 lane. And I just want to change that to ground. So now it's giving me fits. So now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna take this out. And this is a perfect spot to just start it up. We're gonna just give it a simple curve. It's ground. It's obviously too high or too low, I mean. We're gonna continue a slope. And with that being said, right, like, so then with here, we're gonna have to take this off. No, and then we're going to go from, right, and then this, you gotta be careful. You're gonna have to end up redoing this whole thing. Boom. So if I can just, I just want to replace it. Boom. Look at that. That, that's all I want to do. And so then the key is to bring the ground out here. This is perfect, right? Right. Bring the ground out a little bit. They're not elevated. And then all you have to do is just smooth it. And that's all we want. We don't want anything too crazy. You could probably get a little bit more on that side. It's not terrible. Let's get it. Let's probably stretch it out just a little. Yeah, there we go. And then you got the ground. You brought it up. You're elevated, right? That's what I like to see. Because here, this can be elevated. Now, actually, if I really wanted to make it fancy, we can. Um, yeah. So I think you get the point. I'm gonna time lapse this whole thing. I'm gonna get into most of this the best I can, and then I will see you guys in a second. All right, not too bad, not too bad. What's gonna make this all look better is when we get in here in a different episode in detail. Put different things out and just make it look better. That's gonna make the whole highway session look a little bit better. But for now, I definitely in the case of being a little bit more realistic, um, bringing the ground up is definitely a smarter thing. That already looks a little bit more realistic with having the tunnels. You bring the ground up to where you want the highway to be. It's not a whole bunch of elevated highways. That's more like straight downtown city when there's already things on the ground. This right here, the poles going into the ground, I'm not sure how to fix that, but that is something we can get to a little bit later. So I like that. Great start. Now I want to shift focus. So we're in the town. I've definitely done some upgrading, um, adding in a bunch of things. So if you remember, we put our school down last time, right? And we named it Dominic, and then we have MHS over here. And from there, I kind of just left like this part undone. We kind of stopped here at uh, 10th Street. You see, it's changed to Evergreen. We're gonna change that back. I'm not sure why the streets always change on me, but that's okay. We kind of stopped here at 10th Street and left it. So North 10th goes up. We have we have put down some Imperial Heights kind of low rent apartment style, kind of those apartment complexes, which offer a whole bunch, 720 households per build. We've kind of started our new main road of North 12th, which is kind of going to lead us into downtown. You're going to see a transition um, as we go from single housing, residential housing, up to more apartments, more row housing, which will have a bunch of mixed use, commercial on the bottom, housing on top. And that's just going to kind of bring us all the way down 12th, which is going to be our main downtown road. And then the water tower here is going to signify a new mark of the city. And then we have Hamilton Avenue, put down by yours truly. Go Sussex, go Chargers. We go all the way down, and that's going to lead us kind of into a different route of downtown. It's going to break the grid up here. And then further downtown's going to kind of be set in this area, kind of have these streets to signify. And then here I have our first little port. I might move this if I'm truly being honest. I might move this because we have a convenience food factory. They need livestock. Uh, so I think I might move this farther away. It's not something that would essentially be on the water. You do have factories on the water in Milwaukee, um, but that one specifically, I might move that back, kind of back into the mountains a little bit more. So, but speaking of that, what I think I'm going to do is kind of continue this highway session and build the farmland that I was talking about. Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. Because the other plan is to farm it all the way up here, which actually kind of makes a little bit more sense. This is going to be downtown industry heavy, like just a whole bunch of no grass. But this way, I think we can do that. A lot of farm, because if that's the main industry, a lot of the farm stuff is going to get transported out. foods and whatnot. So I think what we're gonna do is we are going to take. So first, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of this whole thing. We're gonna get rid of this whole thing. In this whole section, I'm just gonna farm it up, but I'm gonna custom farm it. So, and I kind of want to keep the topography lines, the contour lines. Like I wanna, I like that kind of valleys. You can put some down here. You can have a little bit of main up here, but I also want it to just be. I mean, there's not really true mountains, you know. Like you're driving, this is already super high in comparison to the rest. I think I'll leave mountains for the south. We'll leave all the mountains over this way. These. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah, we're gonna get rid of this, which does hurt to see. Or actually, yeah, maybe we don't have to go, cause yeah, maybe we can just keep it just not so high all over, but this whole area can be raised. And maybe it's not the entire thing. Maybe we don't cut into the whole thing like that. A lot of it is gonna get taken off. And we're gonna soften this. I like when it's stronger because it happens. Right, get that. Soften this. Right now, we don't need these. I don't think we need this right now. I mean, just at the moment, we really don't. The electricity can definitely be over here. Yeah, we can keep the electricity, but this, then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into this. We're gonna change some trees. Find the good old oak, good old oak. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna get rid of the good old oak. You can just make that. You don't have to waste any time. And what I think I'm gonna do here, we're gonna move like it's the old style, right? We're gonna move like it's the old days. So here looks like it's the the slopiest, and we're gonna just get something simple. All right, something real easy. It doesn't even need to be anything crazy. We just don't want a straight. And with this being a little like road here, I'm just gonna make this just a 4 lane in both directions. Keep it real simple. But I am gonna take off the lights. It's a highway, right? It's a crosswalk. We're definitely not walking across the. We're definitely not walking across the highway. Shouldn't be, right? It just has some yield signs. And from here, I want this to just. This whole thing is just gonna be farm country. I mean, oh, they got the. Oh, hold on. I don't want to. They got the. They got the signs out, so I like to see. How does this look when we put this on? I'm getting distracted. Oh, that don't. That's not the actual like. It's not the sign yet. That's okay. They're making progress. Anyways, so I just want this to be this 4 lane, um, right? Like nothing too crazy. But then with all of this, I just want this whole thing to be farmland, and that's a lot of space. And so what I think I'm gonna do is I just want to give us a nice turn here, and we're just gonna put this on this loop, because then we're gonna change to gravel. And I just want one going across this way, and I want one going out this way. Well, let's do the 90. I want to get them somewhat even. And I don't want this to be in the middle though. That's just for the purposes of getting it right. Okay. So, and actually now that we have this here, we're going to change this up so it can favor us. You know, I think I want it to stay this way. We're going to 90 like that. We're going to cross through and then we're going to bring this around. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any bigger gravel roads, so I'm not like super pressed. And actually, what we can just do, this doesn't need to be this huge road. This can just be, I don't know why this always has to be like a difficult thing. There we go, and there we go. And we will essentially do the same thing here. Bring it out, get it up, and then kind of one big edge of the river, farmland. And what this is gonna do, they're gonna get their little farm stuff and bring it all the way down. This is gonna create a lot of jobs for people. And now we can use this, right? Now we can get this here. I don't know where that's coming from, but it stops. Just fixing this little issue we got going on. That one can get rid of, and boom. So now, real quickly, just want to make this look a little bit more decent, like we didn't just blast through this with our construction company and just, forget it. To make it look a little bit more like we care. Because here in Cherrywood County, we care. And then I want to check before I cheat. I want to check to see what the natural resource. Oh, would you look at that? Take away the oil. Take away the ore. We're just sitting on natural. And so this is what I want because now we're gonna go to some zoning. Yep. Oh, thanks. I forgot about this. This is great. Now when I'm zoning stuff, I don't have to look at it bright square between all the buildings. So now we're gonna go into industry, specialized industry, and we don't need fish, but we need livestock, right? Everything. This does not require fertile land. So in this first section, I want there to be a bunch of livestock. That's gonna, you know what, I might get rid of this Cause I'm gonna want a lot. Yeah, I might make it a raised segment, but we're gonna get rid of this. Yeah, because I want more. I'm greedy. I might leave this though. Don't know why, don't ask me, but just to make, just to change it up a little bit. All right, so now let's get some well, first let's enter this territory as well. And boom. Okay. All right. So, industry. I want livestock. I want a lot of it. I want us to be able to get here at a good 90, and just say, hey, this is our area. Oh, oh, come on. At a 90. And say, boom, this is our area. And we're going to let it play because now, again, this is this is going to be Farmville. that'll do it. You're driving by, and all of a sudden you take this left turn or this right turn, and you're hitting nothing but farm fields up here, and then I mean, you got some stuff going on already. Tractors, you got the combines, you got stuff working already. We got a little, and I went ahead and put in some forestry stuff. I got a little fishing spot up here due to the update. Everything's just getting started, but I like it. It's a nice little livestock, fertile materials, and then we got grains in here. So we'll see what happens. So now that that's done, one thing I do want to start. We don't have um, we don't have a garbage place. And one thing, yeah, we don't have a garbage place at all. One thing I was thinking that we could do is throw in an incinerator someplace. But I don't want that to just stick out in the middle of nowhere. I was thinking of starting it down here and starting our port, but I don't know how I want that to go. But this would be a good place for it. So I think what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do, there's no electricity out here though either. What we're going to do, yeah, I just don't. I'm not the biggest fan of just throwing that bad boy down anywhere. I think what I want to do actually, when I look at the landscape, this is going to be a lot like out here. So basically, from this is going to be Chicago, Milwaukee, a little bit of farm. So I want that, and then this, I want it to be in the middle, like accessible. And I think what we already have going right here is a good spot. You drive by the highway. I mean, what is this? We got a park maintenance depot, right? We got an emergency battery station. We got the road maintenance. Like, this is just kind of the industry area. So I think it would make the most sense if I just smack it down right here. I think that makes the most sense. And then from here, we can upgrade it. Garbage truck depot, which gives us um, 75 garbage trucks. We connect the electric to the thing, and boom, we're in. So now, here shortly, we're gonna get some garbage trucks leaving. Already got 10 employees. This is gonna get fixed. I mean, 75, 85 jobs that need to get filled. So just in the whole base of everything, I mean, we got 16, we got 1,100 jobs, right? That's gonna get taken care of. There's one garbage truck making its way, and like, you're here. I mean, you go on. and you can get to where you need to go early. You're here, and we'll have to fix this too. I'll do that a different time. So you're here, you're going through, and then boom. So I think I like what we have so far. I think that just off the bat, this is already starting to be a nice little, you know, we got our farm area that we really got in touch with. We got our little depot this way, and then we're here back in our city. So let's get back to our city to round off this episode. I mean, we're in here. It's not too bad. I like what we got going on. People are using the paths. What I think I want to do, I want to add a park, or throw like a customizable park. So we got this little chirper park, right? But what I really want to get into, when you drive by a park, it's usually just like a big, um, you know, you got stuff that you can do. You got stuff that's too big. You got stuff going on, a playground. That's good. And then yep, we got our playground. We'll just leave it like this. It's not snapping. And then what I want to do is kind of put a a little baseball field out here. I mean, look, they got little basket. Oh no, no, I don't want the brush. Just one little basketball courts. I like that. So what I think we're gonna do, this is perfect, right? Like it's just a baseball field. We got two parks here. What I think we're gonna do is we're gonna extend this out to. Let's see if one of these are smaller though. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. So this is the smallest one we got. Those are like actual stadiums. This is like a little park. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna stick this right here. And what I think I want to do, um, things along here in the city. Um, what I really want to do now is I got some people got some garbage coming around. Absolutely. Garbage truck with a react. Hey, we're picking stuff up. All right. Picking stuff up. We have people moving in. Elementary school is almost full. That's what we like to see. And we got another school that we plopped down. Elijah Junior Elementary. Got two low income housing. We got some low income people over here. No one's moved in though yet. So we still have 700 plus available spots for people to move in. So what I think I want to do, yeah, I mean, okay, so what I want to do to out this episode, um, so like I said earlier, I put a little bit of low income, low rent housing down here. We got a couple people in a little park across in another elementary school, Elijah Junior Elementary. And I got some upgrades. It'll fill up, but it's not gonna go like too crazy. Not yet, at least. This elementary school is filled. This high school needs to be filled. I don't want to upgrade that yet. But what I think I want to do, it's just a simple. We're gonna go from what is this, Third Street. We're gonna go to about Eighth. And we're just gonna fill in this with a little bit more residential because as we move closer, so from about 8th and uh, north this way, northeast, east, as we move closer towards 12th Street, it's gonna get a little bit more commercially in this area. Maybe a mall or something as we transition into downtown. So I'm gonna time lapse. Um, and actually, I think I want to get a bigger park out here. Let's get some large sports parks, like a basketball center, something a little bit bigger, um, by the school. And I like that. I kind of want it to be three though. That'd be. We got a community pool. Not yet, not yet. Soccer field. We'll find a place for that. But like, if you think of Milwaukee, they got basketball courts. So what I think I'm gonna do here is we're just gonna double this. All right, like double basketball court. And then here, I want to put another one, just a small one, on this side. And then I want to throw one, a dog activity park. And maybe we can, I don't know about a dog activity, but for game purposes, I like it. So what I think I'm going to do is we also do this multi-purpose. So maybe we'll extend this like that, connect this, and then I want to get this multi-purpose in at the edge. It's not connecting for some reason, but it has the capability, so it needs to be longer. That's cool. It needs to be a little bit longer this way, and that needs to be up. That can turn into an elevated segment, that's fine. we can always terraform that, but I do like boom. It doesn't even need to be that far out. So that's a good thing. So we're gonna bring this in. We could probably get it to about here. And then we're gonna smack that park here. Yeah, that didn't go the way I wanted it to. It's not lining up. So the skate park is in the front. And we just want it to fit right here in the middle. And we can just click on move it and slide this, connect it. We can always work on that later, but I like this. So now I'm gonna time lapse here. We know the drill. We're gonna go to our housing, click off a fence. Gotta get our filters up so we can Southwest UK, Northern European, or Northeast American and Eastern European, and then we're going to building 3, level 3, depth of 4, and we're just gonna rotate. So I will see you guys after the time lapse. Point of contention for us here. Um, One thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and change this. Um, I don't feel like going through and doing the trees and detailing right now. So we're just going to go ahead and do it like this. Give this one good flush over. Give this a good save, and that will conclude the episode. I appreciate everybody. This has been Cherrywood County, episode 4, and can't wait to continue all the stuff that we have set for next time. All right, see ya.